Hello, friends, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Mallow, science comedian, and other things. And I'm making this video to celebrate and commemorate the reaching of a goal that I've been working towards for 10 full years. And I just thought that I should record this and bring you along and share this moment with you. Some of you that know me out here in the so-called real world, if that's what this is, a topic for another video. Some of you that know me know that I've been doing this. I've been doing a lot of push-ups for 10 years. And this 10-year goal wasn't even part of the original idea. It all started as just an idea for an exercise challenge for 1 year. And it wasn't until 5 or 6 years in that I established this new goal that I'm going to hit here in this video in a few minutes. So, to bring you up to speed, I've always been able to do a lot of push-ups, always had decent upper body strength. And many years ago, I got the idea that I should set a goal for a year and see if I could hit it. And so I was thinking, like, what's a reasonable goal? What's a big round number for a year's worth of push-ups? And so the first number I thought of was 100,000. And I did the math, and that turns out to be 274 push-ups a day. And I decided that was too many. I could do a set of 50, but 274 just sounded, that's crazy and impossible. But 50,000 is a respectable number, and that's only 137 a day. I can do a set of 50. That's only 3 sets spread throughout a day. That seemed achievable to me. I learned a lot through this whole process. One thing you learn right away is that, you actually have to do more than 137 because you're going to miss some days and you're going to come under your average. So you have to maintain a higher average so that you can end up with 137 and 50,000. So I had this idea for years, many years. Probably every November or December would roll around and I'd think maybe I should do it. And then January would go by. But once upon a time, about 10 years ago, I did it. I started on January 1st. I did about 100. I did about 50 the next day. I skipped the next day. I got off to a rocky start, but by the end of the month, I was on track. And by the end of the year, I did 55,000 push-ups. And that was it. That was the only goal. But come November, December, I realized, hey, look, I've established a pretty good habit here, and that's not easy for me to do. And it's great exercise. I knew it was good for my arms and shoulders and even, chest, core, all of it. So why not keep going? And so I just rolled it into the next year and I kept the same goal and I did about 52,000. And the third year I did about 53,000. And the fourth year, by then I was doing a little more. I did 61,000. And on the fifth year, believe me, it took 5 years. I'm dismissing these years went by. I maintained it for 5 years. And I hit 83,000 push-ups. So at that point I thought, wow, this is a stupid amount of push-ups and I don't even want to be doing this many. But I'm closer to 100 at 83 than I am to 50. So I decided I'm going to try to do 100,000 the next year. Just one time and then drop down to a reasonable 50 or something and do other exercise. But what happened is I started out the year with a really high average, and that was 2020, and the pandemic hit. And I live alone, and I was just home alone all day. I'd work on the computer, I would do some push-ups. Work on the computer, do some more push-ups. Break it up with more push-ups. So yeah, I hit 100,000 that year in August. And by the end of the year, I had 167,000. It was just over double the previous year. And it's the most I'll ever do. So shortly after that, I checked how many push-ups I'd done cumulatively, and I was approaching 500,000. Well, as soon as you say 500,000, if you're competitive at all, you start thinking about, well, that's 500,000. Okay, what's it gonna take to get to that million? Because by now I'm doing more push-ups per day. And I did a little math and I figured out that, okay, it took me 6 years to be almost to 500,000. So it was going to be a little more than 6 years. But if in the remaining 4 years, if I did 131,000 a year, I could hit 100,000 in 10 years. And that would mean my average for the whole 10 years was 100,000 a year. That goal that I thought was impossible, if I could finish this last leg, then I could do 1,000,000 push-ups in 10 years, and I would have 100,000 average. Now I'm just repeating myself. I would have 100,000 average for each of the 10 years. So as of yesterday, and so I did it. And you know, one of the things I learned that's applicable in so many things in life is, okay, I had to do 131 4 times. So I did about 150,000 and then 140,000. So the next 2 years I didn't have to do as many. And that's why right now, having started on January 1st, 2015, today is September 26th, 2024, and I cumulatively stand at, I'm carrying about a 366 average right now for the year, and I'm at about 99, I'm almost at 99,000 for this year, but cumulatively, 999,975. In 25 push-ups, I'll hit 1,000,000. I'm going to do 30 right now and conclude this crazy experiment. 1, 5, 10, 15, that's 1,000,000. Did I count right? In my excitement, did I count right? I think I just crossed 1,000,000. So there it is. Oh, dropping the phone at the end there. That's all I have to say right now. But you know what? I had this ambition, and I did create an Instagram account at 1,000,000, the number 1,000,000 push-ups, at 1,000,000 push-ups. I don't have much up there, but I'm at Science Comedian on all the other socials. And if you have any questions or comments, write to me. And I do have a lot more to say about this, about forming habits and about discipline. I'm not the most disciplined person in the world. If I could do this, believe me, you could set a goal and do it. Seriously. Do it.